Here's a question from Ufe. As a mom of 2 grown daughters and a son who's still at home, I feel very regretful. I wish I could have done things differently. And now I'm seeing my screw-ups play out in their lives, and it overwhelms me and brings me to my knees. And yes, I tell myself you did the best you could with what you knew, but that only gets me so far because I know in my gut I could have been doing things way differently. And yet I kept repeating the same things because I was stuck in patterns. How, as parents, can we find peace now that our eyes are wide open about the mistakes that we made and actually start building a bridge back to our kids again?
I think this is a question for the both of you.
Wait, no, I actually have an answer. I was going to say
Can you put your mic?
I was going to say tell them.
Yes.
Tell your kids how you're feeling. It's never too late to like build a beautiful relationship with them. I know that like we're very lucky. I'm very lucky to be a part of the Robbins family, but like I don't think that like everybody on this podcast, everybody that's been requesting and sending in questions for my mom, like tell your kids you're feeling this way. That is the most important thing you can do. Like it makes them feel so much more seen when you just tell them like, imagine how it would feel if you just told your kid, I want to connect with you and I feel like I fucked up a little bit in the past. Hello?
That's incredible. It's incredible, and I often think that the most profound advice is right in front of our face. And it's true. Like, instead of talking to your girlfriends or your spouse, go straight to your adult kids and say, like, I really regret that I didn't do more with your friends. I regret that I was not around as much as I would have liked to have been. I regret that we were struggling so badly financially that I couldn't afford to do those things. And so it does make me sad, but it's one of the reasons why I'm like, oh, note to self. Instead of trying to drag your kids closer to you, if you want to be close to your kids, go to them. Go to them where you said hobbies, Sawyer. Like, don't make them do the shit that you like to do. Go do with your kids what they like to do. Even if you don't like their friends, invite their friends to be with you, because then your child is going to want to hang with you.
I think also going off that, the perfect example that I can think of is like Oakley is really into video games and used to be a gamer. Well, he is a gamer, but like
used to be a big gamer.
Used to be a big gamer, and obviously my dad is not. He doesn't play video games, but he brought him to a video game conference, and they had an amazing time and bonded. And I think that was so special because I'm very aware that my dad is not sitting with Oakley playing video games for 8 hours every day, but the fact that he can like take you to a conference and bond with you that way, even though video games is not his top of mind interest, is the perfect example with diving into your kids' lives, even into something that makes you feel uncomfortable or just know nothing about.
That was honestly a really cool experience because I don't even remember like asking Dad to do that with me. My dad was like, there's this thing like involving video games. You want to go? And I was like, yeah, like I want to go with you. Like that'll be so much fun. And so I remember we just like we walked around and we like looked at all these booths and we like played games together. And like, it was a really cool and like fun experience. And I definitely will always remember that. And it was like, it was really cool seeing him take interest in my life. Like that like felt nice because it also made me feel like what I was doing was like okay, like there wasn't something wrong with what I enjoyed, because like he was willing to be like, well, let's go do something about that, which felt really nice at the time.
Do you think a lot of parents make the mistake of forcing their kids to do things that they like instead of letting their kids be themselves?
Yes. I think a lot of parents, sports is a big one. I mean, I think sports is I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak on this, but like, I think it's like, there are a lot of life lessons and values in making your kids play sports, but like, our parents made Oakley play every single sport under the sun, from gymnastics to diving to soccer to lacrosse. And like, he would play every single sport for half a season. He hated every single one of them. And my parents would pull him out and be like, what do you want to try next? And he would tell them. And I mean, you can speak on this more because this was your experience, but I think a lot of parents, like, what I was going to say in general is like, I think what you guys have mastered is like you brought us into the world not so you could live through us, but so we could be our own people. And you have mastered the art of like teetering between letting us be our own person and not being a fuck up. And I think a lot of parents bring their kids into the world so they can live through them, and in doing that make them play soccer until their bones are aching, make them get straight A's because that's what they wish they would do, make them do this, make them do that, until like they don't even know who the fuck they are by the time they're 22. And obviously they're not connected to their parents then, they don't know who they are. But you guys, and what I think a lot of you guys listening to this podcast, what I would advise you to do is like figure out how it feels for you and what it looks like for you to bring somebody into the world so they can be their own person, not so you can make them be somebody that you wish you might have been.
Mic drop. That was phenomenal.
Boom.
Yeah, that basically was it. If you could tell parents listening, 1, 2, 3, just any behavior change specifically that they could adopt today that would help them create a better relationship with their kids, what are something that you could do specifically that would really help?
One thing, stop grounding your kids. I can assure you it does nothing but make them want to retreat and do the complete opposite of what you're telling them not to do.
What should they do instead?
Honestly, like, have the conversation and explain why it upset you and why it made you frustrated with why they did it. And I think just like, if it happens again, then let's discuss it then, and then we can talk about a punishment. But the grounding thing, I can assure you, all my friends used to get grounded, and as soon as their quote punishment or grounding ended, they would go, the second they were ungrounded, they would go straight to the party. And they would go straight to doing double the amount that they were doing before. So I can assure you, grounding, please just stop. It really, really, I've never seen it work on anyone.
I would say be vulnerable with your children. Cry in front of them. Be sad in front of them, be happy in front, like emote in front of them in a real authentic way, like how you would with your own friends and people your age. I think that's like, you're just showing them that you're human. Like that's what they're trying to be too.
I would definitely say just be there for your kid. Like, be their backup. Always let them know that you have their back and you're going to be there to help them whenever they need it, no matter what.
I think another thing that we talked about earlier is make sure that when you are with your kid and you're listening to your kid, you make it very, very clear that what they say to you will go nowhere. And that means not to your fiance, not to your spouse, not to your friend, not to your dog, literally anyone. It is just between you two, because I can assure you it feels so invalidating to tell a parent something and then either, like, even say I tell my mom something and then the next day my dad comes to me and asks if I'm okay about that. Like, that doesn't feel good, because I felt like I was in a trust circle with her and I just wanted her to know that. And so I really think that making sure your kid knows that it's just going to stay between you two, and then it actually does, and then you don't go on your walk with all your girlfriends the next day and explain your kid's biggest issue, is seriously, like, crucial.
I'm not gonna butt that. Yeah, just have your kids back. Like, same umbrella. Trust. If you give your kids your trust, like, I think just trust. Like, trust them. Give them more. Let out the leash a little bit and trust that, like, yeah, they might fall, but they're still on the damn leash. Like, yank them back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, trust them. Be vulnerable with them. Go to them. Go take interest in what they're interested in. Don't ground them. Have conversations with them. Be honest with them. Like, all we're saying is just be a human being to them. Like, you're no different now that you're a parent. I mean, obviously, yes, you are different. You have a lot more responsibilities, but you still are made of the same chemicals and feel the same emotions. Like, why would you turn that off? They want to see that too. That's the most important thing you can do, is just be a human, be you.
Connect, not correct.
Yes.
You ever noticed that right before you're about to go on vacation, there is a mandatory screaming match that you have to have with one another as you're loading the car? It begs the question, how do you get to the point where you can have open communication with your family?